We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Jags, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Rolling to his right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Devon Hamilton with the tackle. So our two teams, the Jags and the Titans, CD, they've formed a pretty good rivalry here in the AFC South. It's been the Titans who have arguably, though, been the best team in the division of late. But these Jags, they have certainly made some big changes since these two teams last met.
And those changes you're talking about, brand new front office, brand new head coach, young quarterback, I think for sure they're on the right track. And to me, this division has a chance of being one of the more competitive ones over the next few years. There's no team right now that you would say is going to dominate in the foreseeable future.
That good for 19 and a first down. He manages 7 yards down to the 17. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down. Let's go. With Henry, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs. And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make the play ourselves and maybe change things up. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. And this one's incomplete. This defense for the Titans, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And this one is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
This defense for the Jags, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Open man is McMath.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Here's Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And remember, the Titans lost Jonnu Smith, their #1 tight end the last few years, when he signed with New England in free agency. So that might open up a few more looks for Ferguson. And he makes a smooth catch there.
Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 46. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Running left, it's Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Second and goal from the 1.
Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Extra point by Pickett, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-zip. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, but it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Lawrence.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He's got it. Touchdown. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 more yards there and another first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ryan Tannehill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Ficken, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Final play of the half, it's Lawrence.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On 3rd down, Henry. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. with Robinson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy it much.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
His hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. They'll roll him out right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's second down.
Lawrence. Sharks got it left side. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Lawrence to Chark. 1st down, Jacksonville.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Luke Farrell.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with Clayton.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he threw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Runs over it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. It's Tannehill. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't back up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it to Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunate for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Fights him off, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Evans. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
22 yards there, a first down. Play action, it's Lawrence.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target.
And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On play action, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target.
Third down here.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Going for it, here's ETN.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Lawrence.
Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
DJ Chark, the intended target.
That'll bring up second down.
Now Lawrence to throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it, but even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on first down with Evans.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Derrick Henry. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Pickett, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.